There's a lot of differences to consider when you're thinking about a vinyl-based product or a fiber cement product like James Hardie or HardiePlank. Vinyl, there's a lot to think about here. Just in simple fact is there's a lot of mixed messaging that you see in the market. The marketing around vinyl is final. You put it up, you never have to worry about it again, and it's very low maintenance. Now, some of that is true, but not all of it. When you think about the vinyl is final message is relatively true that you don't have to paint it. It is a low maintenance. The problem with vinyl over time is there's a lot of expansion and contraction because it is a petroleum-based product, as well as you're kind of stuck with the color that you get on whatever you choose initially. And I don't know about you, but for me, my thought process changes on what I like in general aesthetics over time. From today through 20 years from now, it's gonna change a bit. The simple fact too about vinyl is it's not as durable as products like fiber cement. Because it expands and contracts a lot on the wall, it eventually becomes very kind of brittle. So if you get a basketball or a baseball that's thrown at it, you can find that you get some cracking within it. So there's a reason why we tend to choose our homeowners and talk with them more about fiber cement products, while we can deliver them a very low maintenance option and give them a color option as well. It just is much more durable than vinyl over time. So it's gonna stay truer longer, which is gonna lower your overall costs. There is a difference when it comes to hanging vinyl, which is a relatively light product versus a fiber cement product. Fiber cement is just inherently more difficult to hang, so the labor cost on hanging fiber cement are just more expensive. Vinyl, generally speaking, because it is a thin material, it's petroleum based, it's pretty easy to produce. You're gonna find it's about $2 less a square foot on the wall than what you're gonna get out of fiber cement. There's a lot to consider when you're thinking about climate and products, whether it's wood-based, vinyl products, or fiber cement products like HardiePlank. If we're specifically thinking about whether it's a vinyl-based product or a fiber cement product, we're always looking at things like, how is UV exposure going to potentially degrade the product? Is it going to fade the product over time? And then what do you do? The other big piece that we look at is overall moisture. We've got a very high moisture climate in the Pacific Northwest. One of the things that we struggle with when homeowners are asking about hanging vinyl is, while we can do it, we need to make sure that our homeowners are fully understanding a couple things. Is the long-term kind of durability message of vinyl is not as good as that of fiber cement, as well as it's not as good as keeping moisture out of the wall, because there's not a great scenario of caulking, because you're putting channels basically encapsulating all of your vinyl, which unfortunately allow a little bit of moisture to get in your wall. So we make sure that we're fully educating our homeowners, but again, we are completely impartial. We're happy to install vinyl or a fiber cement product on your home.